Hello and welcome to another update video about Avalanche AVAX. We are currently seeing that AVAX is not able or does not seem to be able to break out of this channel to the upside. We talked about it in the last video that there is a good chance that AVAX comes into this yellow target range that is located between the 88.7% FIB level and the 78.6% FIB level. So between $25 and $39. That is the area where most cryptocurrencies currently are in. Yeah, a lot of altcoins have come into that area. AVAX hasn't done that yet. I would suggest it will still do that. Yeah, it can only be avoided with AVAX breaking out of this descending channel, making higher highs, higher lows. But so far, it doesn't look like it. It's actually looking like AVAX might be rolling over here. And so far, it has failed to break out. We talked about in the last video that if AVAX fails to break out of this channel, it will probably get rejected and it can fall quite far then, because the last few times, and that's the reason for its volatility, it did swing between the resistance and the support level of this channel. And now that it was rejected twice, and that was exactly the same pattern that happened here before in end of December, early January. It was rejected twice here, and then it broke below this moving average here. I think that is the 20-day moving average. Yes, it broke below the 20-day moving average, and that is when it did fall down. And we had the same situation now where we broke below the 20-day moving average and also again below the 200-day moving average. And yeah, from here, if it now touches support again in this lower region of that channel, that would take it exactly into this yellow target area. And that is what I still expect, because then we make a clean lower low. I mean, to be honest, it has already made that lower low of an ABC correction. So you can see that here from the all-time high, we've come down in a wave A that was early in December, moved up in a wave B, and we're now heading down. And even with that, even if we say, right, this here was a wave C complete, it would technically be possible that the correction is over. But I would expect, because this is here a wave 2 in which we currently are, that AVAX would come also into that area in which many other cryptos are finding their way as well. And one more reason that confirms that for me is that if we draw a trend line here in orange, just to highlight it a little bit, you can see that if we draw a trend line here, this trend line has now been broken. Yeah, I mean, there are different ways of drawing it, taking the fibs into account, not the fibs into account. If I just use the closed, you can do it like that, for example, and that would imply that we came down, broke that resistance, retested it from below, were rejected, and are now on our way down. There's another way to draw it like that, where you just use the closed candles, and even here we broke below it. There's a third way of drawing it by taking the wicks into account. If I take the wicks into account, it hasn't been broken yet. That is the last chance, because this is the daily chart and we have wicks here on the daily. So there's a chance it finds support here and bounces back to the upside. But if it now loses that $70 level, that's it. Yeah, I think then we can see quite a bit of a sell-off. The indicators would support a sell-off. So on the RSI, there is a lot of room for further downside. The MACD has also turned bearish again. Yeah, we had that bearish crossover. So this is what I see in the chart here. So this is a tipping point here at the moment. And if we lose that, then we can very fast go down. If we take the VPVR indicators to show us some additional areas where we can expect support, you can see that there is some support here at this previous low, which is $63 or 65. Yeah, so if you lose that $70 level, we could actually find some initial support at those previous lows here, and also here at $55. Yeah, there's a bit of a peak here, and then 48. So there is quite a bit. If I zoom in, that might change a little bit, and then you can see again, it is this area of $65 where we're probably going to find some support. Could probably drop here through this, find support, retest, and then get rejected. And then if you fall here, there is not much more support, so you can find you can fall quite fast if we break that first $70 level because of that ascending trend line, and then the $65 level. EMA ribbon, yes, we are below the EMA ribbon on the daily, so below the EMAs, the exponential moving averages on the daily. We are below it on the 8-hour chart. We are below it on the 4-hour chart. So yeah, I think it is currently heading down. and we are making also here lower highs. Do we make higher lows? Yes, a little bit still at the moment. But again, if we lose that trend line, that might all shift and change. Overall, I would still expect we are going to come down once more. Yeah, of course, this could be avoided by AVAX breaking out of this triangle, breaking out of this channel. It hasn't done it yet. Also, the indicators don't really look bullish. They don't really look bullish. No, even here on the weekly, just sideways movement on the negative momentum. Yeah, and the MACD line is pointing further to the downside. Even here, the 4-day MACD has turned bearish again. So for me, it is all supporting actually further downside for AVAX at the moment. But we are at an important support level. After the correction, what would be the price target for AVAX? In my view, we can talk about at least the 1.618 Fibonacci extension at $232. That is the minimum target. But ideally, what I would like to see is the price to go into this area here, into this target range between the 88.7% FIB level and the 78.6. That would also give the indicators more possibility to drop further and then be more equipped for further upside in the next move to the upside. Yeah, that's my view on AVAX. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment, and if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.